Hey, everybody, welcome back to Living the Sweet Life. I'm your host, TJ Sweet, and on this podcast, I'm going to talk about different ways that can help you reshape your mindset, live with intention, and look at the world through a grateful lens. So, first off, I want to say thank you for making the time, whether you're driving, whether you are using these podcasts to kind of help you reset your brain and kind of pour into yourself, whether you're finding a quiet place to listen, or maybe you're just doing it in the middle of cleaning or doing whatever you're doing. I've heard so many people talk about different ways that they're listening to this podcast. I know a lot of people do it while they're driving. So I hope to make your drive go by a little bit better, a little bit faster, and hopefully give you some more energy so that the drive isn't so bad. So, well, before I get too far along, again, my gratefulness for you for listening and for encouraging me and for giving me ideas on topics. There's a lot of things I could talk about, but my goal is to talk about things that actually matter to you and to meet you where you are. And so, to the best way for me to do that, obviously, is to reach all of you. And so, if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you'll get notifications every Monday. Again, we call it Mindset Monday. Starting to win the week by winning your mindset on Monday so that you can win the rest of the week. So hit that subscribe button, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're listening on any podcast platform that I am grateful to be supported by. And so I just appreciate all of you. Again, the more subscribers, I get to continue to do this for free and offer this for free for all of you, which is my goals. Your support makes a difference to me and makes a difference to the new people that come on all the time. And I enjoy, I appreciate all of you sharing the episodes with other people too. It's super important that whenever we come across something that is meaningful in our life, that we look around and not look back. It's not about looking back, but look around and share something that maybe impacted you, and it may be just the thing that somebody else needs to hear. So this week, I want to talk about a topic that I've talked about a couple different times, but I want to talk about it in a new way and a little bit more strategically, talking about how to build more confidence in who you are and what you're capable of. And it's really, the goal is to trust yourself to achieve greatness, right? So achieving something great is dependent on whatever you call greatness. It's not my definition. It's not somebody's definition that doesn't know you. And so maybe starting off with defining that. What does success look like? What does an actual happy life look like? What does greatness look like for you? And then start taking steps. But oftentimes we need the confidence to, one, believe that we deserve it and that we can accomplish it, but also the confidence that we can stay committed when things don't go just as planned. And so today I'm going to talk about the importance of confidence and then how to cultivate it, and then how to kind of bounce back from resilience, because I want to try to prepare you for every chapter of life, not just the highs. I want you to be ready for the lows, so maybe they aren't so low, so that getting back up to where you want to be is a little bit easier and you can get there sooner. So, truthfully, the reason why I want to talk about this again is, as I get to be a life coach and I get to serve others and be a mentor for them, I've witnessed countless individuals transform their lives by building this idea and this authentic, unwavering self-confidence. So confidence is really the foundation of personal and professional success. Again, defining it however you want to, but it really does empower us to pursue our goals, navigate our challenges, and achieve our own greatness in our own lives. So we're going to go through this journey of kind of building and maintaining self-confidence, and, even in the face of setbacks and adversity. So I'm going to run through these relatively quickly because I want to give you more information and less stories this week. I want to talk about self-confidence is really the belief in your own abilities and your worth. Self-confidence is the belief in your own abilities and your worth, right? So I talk to a lot of people, coach a lot of people, that worth is where we start. Understanding what you're worth is not defined by mistakes you've made. It's about who you are as a person and how much you mean to the people around you. And so but really understanding that our confidence influences how we perceive ourselves, our potential, and then obviously affecting every aspect of our lives, whether it's your career, your personal relationships, your goals, whatever it may be. But I want to talk about, I'll kind of run through quickly here 5 different ways that really kind of explain why self-confidence is so crucial for achieving your greatness. So confidence starting with motivation and persistence. Motivation is what gets us started, but persistence is really the key here. But confidence fuels our motivation and persistence, and it really allows us to stay committed and stay on track to the goals despite the obstacles. This idea of self-confidence really has you focusing more on the opportunity instead of the obstacle. So maybe it's more about finding the opportunity. I want to talk about reframing in a second, but finding the opportunity in the obstacle instead of finding the obstacle in every opportunity, because that's not confidence. That's rooted in self-doubt. So the second thing I want to talk about is resilience. And so confident people are just more resilient. They view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. And so they really kind of understand somebody who's resilient is confident in their ability to overcome. That's really what it boils down to. And the next one is effective communication. So confidence enhances our communication skills, enabling us to express our ideas clearly and assertively. So oftentimes, communication, first of all, like we've talked about before, is speaking and listening. But sometimes sharing your idea and how you share your idea starts with your own confidence and your own belief in the idea. The next one I want to talk about is decision making. And this one probably seems pretty obvious. But with self-confidence, we can make decisions more decisively and trusting our own judgment and our own intuition. Decision making. It's about keeping more promises to ourselves, and that is rooted in self-confidence. And then lastly, I want to talk about leadership. So leadership is influence in our own lives and in the lives of the people around us. But confidence is a key trait of every effective leader, inspiring trust and respect from others. And so when you speak with confidence, not arrogance, confidence in your team's ability, confidence in the direction you're going because of the people, because of who you get to serve. It starts with this belief that it is possible, but also the self-confidence that you can do the work to accomplish the common goal that you have set for your team. So now I want to run through methods. It's kind of what I'm going to call it here. Methods for building and maintaining confidence. So whenever we achieve something great, it's really easy to feel confident, but then the next challenge comes along or the next opportunity to grow or the next big leap outside of our comfort zone comes along and we start doubting ourselves again. So I want to talk a little bit about how to maintain that. And so really, building self-confidence is this continuous process. It's not arrogance, but it involves self-awareness and practice and resilience. So I want to share a couple ways that I've had to over my life. I haven't always been a super confident person. It may have come off that way, but it was actually my insecurities coming out that made it when I was much younger. It made me feel that way, but I'm confident in who I am and what I've been able to overcome, but also why I'm here and what my purpose is. And so I'm confident in that, but I'm also confident in that I'm learning and I can grow and I want to grow. And so this idea of maintaining confidence is not a one-time thing. It's an everyday thing, but it also takes humility to remain confident because you're going to have to hear some feedback along the way. And then your ability to hear the feedback and grow builds more confidence. So these are all building blocks, right? These aren't silver bullets. It's not do one thing and have everything be fixed. It's about different ways. I want to share a bunch of different ways that can help you either increase your self-confidence or maintain it. So the first thing, and these are all things we've talked about before, but just a little different format. So the first thing is acknowledge your achievements. So reflect on the past successes you've had and accomplishments you've had, no matter how small they may seem in the moment. Create potentially a success journal, right? My mom used to write down every accomplishment on the back of my bedroom door on a piece of paper so that every single day I woke up, that was the first thing I saw before I left the room. And it wasn't to boast. It was to acknowledge that the hard work I was putting in was actually, I was able to see that I was making progress and that I was accomplishing some things, but I never did it alone. It really made me appreciate the people that I had in my life. It also inspired me to accomplish more. But really, this idea of a success journal or even just a document that you create for yourself, it really, it creates this positive feedback loop that you can do hard things and you have accomplished things in the past that you've set out for. Because sometimes just remembering that you're capable is sometimes the thing we need to take that first step. So review the journal or the piece of paper or whatever you create for yourself regularly. It will help remind you of your capabilities and build more of a positive self-image. Instead of these I can't thoughts, that journal will help you remember that you did and that you can. Now, the second thing of how to create and sustain confidence is to set realistic goals. Oftentimes you hear people talk about set these audacious goals that make you a better person and all these different things. And sure, there's a time for that. But I want to break down those big, huge goals into a bunch of smaller goals, not small in the sense of meaning, but small in the sense of maybe daily, maybe hourly, whatever it may be. But set some achievable goals that align with your values and your passions, and break down those larger goals into more manageable steps to where it feels like you can actually make progress on a day-to-day basis. And then the thing that I've had to learn throughout my life is start to celebrate small victories. First of all, it's a chemical release. It's a dopamine release. Whenever you acknowledge that you've done something good and it feels good that you've done something good, oftentimes we just keep skipping accomplishments. I am also guilty of this. Published a book? It didn't matter. It was easy to publish. Started a podcast? Yeah, but I just grabbed a mic. I bought some stuff and taught myself how to do it. It's no big deal. I keep minimizing any success. And again, the successes actually inspire me to do more and to be more and to become more. And so it's not that I was devaluing them with intention, but I actually was. I wasn't allowing myself to celebrate any of the steps and things that I've been able to accomplish with great people in my life. And the people that I'm the most grateful for are the reason why I do this. I don't do anything in my life alone, whether they're in my heart or in my company, they're always with me. But celebrating those small victories really boosts your confidence and motivates you to keep progressing towards the larger goal. Now, the third one is a little tougher for a lot of people, but it's embraced this idea of self-compassion. We've talked about it a lot, but treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during times of failure and struggle, acknowledging your efforts and be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some credit while holding yourself accountable. Self-compassion helps you bounce back from setbacks and maintains your confidence through challenges. And it's going to lead straight into this next one, which is about practicing positive self-talk. I'd be willing to bet most of us, including you, are your toughest critic. And you probably think and say more negative things about yourself than anybody realizes. That's probably the thing that holds you back from making the choices you need to make or achieving something that you want to achieve. And so, I heard a quote the other day. It's actually a song lyric the other day, but it was about no matter how many times other people tell you that they believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, you won't ever hear them. So replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations, part of the 3-2-1 that I talk about in my books. And, it really does encourage you to challenge and reframe your self-limiting beliefs by focusing on your strengths and your potential. It's not ignoring your weaknesses, but it's focusing on your strengths. Daily affirmations. One of them that I use all the time, that I feel on my heart. One of them is I am hopeful and I am grateful. But another one that's really powerful is I am capable. What if you woke up every day and said, I am capable, I am worthy, and I trust myself? I'm capable, I'm worthy, and I trust myself. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, like those are just crazy, like chanting things and just words. What are all the negative self-talk things? All the criticisms? Every time you look in the mirror, do you see who you are? Or do you see all the flaws or, whatever it may be? So you're already doing it. I'm just asking you to say something positive, but also something that is already true. Sometimes those may feel a little harder to believe in, but if you keep reminding yourself that you're capable and you're worthy and that you trust yourself, it will shift your mindset and build confidence. That I know for sure. It's science, but it's also psychology. Now, the next one is about visualizing success. Again, we've talked about manifestation. Visualization is a powerful tool for building confidence. Spend a few minutes each day kind of picturing yourself achieving your goals. Have that vision of, imagining the process, the feelings of accomplishment, and the positive outcomes, how it's going to impact the lives of the people you're the most grateful for. When you visualize things, it really kind of primes your mind for success and reinforces your belief in your abilities. So this is one for me right now that is getting a lot of attention. I am setting some incredible goals that are going to make me uncomfortable, but I am so focused on the vision of how the things that I'm going to accomplish are going to positively impact the people that I love and the people that I'm the most grateful for. And there is nothing that's going to stop me. And I can see it clearly. It's not that I want the outcome. It's that I'm so excited and motivated to become the person to achieve that outcome. I can visualize myself and the people that I love and that I'm grateful for at the end of it. And it's not because of, again, any sort of status or anything else. It's just about who I need to become to live that life that I have already a very clear vision of. Now, the next one is about seeking constructive feedback, right? This is the people that you love and trust to be honest with you, but they're honest with you to call you up, not call you out. And constructive feedback comes from, could come from a coach. It could, again, I give this feedback to all my clients, but it could be a close friend. It could be, really anybody in your life that you feel like really provides valuable insights that will tell you the truth, all the truth, not just the negative things or not just the criticism, but actually all of the truth. But they'll give you some insights into the strengths and areas for improvement. And if you're somebody who has a hard time believing people those people that you trust, when they give you compliments, think about why that's the case. That's just a moment of self-reflection for you, because again, unless you start thinking it, it doesn't matter who tells you anything. You're never going to start believing it yourself. But use this constructive feedback as a tool for your growth rather than criticism. Sometimes, I know a lot of people that they pay attention to the criticism more than the compliments. And that has a lot to do with how they think about themselves and who they really are listening to and who's the loudest. But maybe the person giving you those compliments, what if they were the loudest person in your life, not the person giving you the criticism? So implementing this feedback is, it really does go in to playing a huge role in enhancing your skills and your confidence and your willingness to take on new things, because you're going to have people around you that are going to support you and call you up, not just call you out. And then that goes perfectly into this. I have two more of these. So surrounding yourself with positivity. And again, this isn't about toxic positivity. This is just about people who are talking more about ideas than they are talking about people. It's people who don't criticize others to make them feel better about themselves. It's surrounding yourself with supportive and positive people who believe in you. I have some of the most incredible people in my life that believe in me. And there are days that their belief in me is the only belief that I can see in me. And I've been working through this, and I work through this every day. And that's honestly one of the reasons why I work on so many different things, is it cultivates this idea of belief. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you, again, call you up, it's incredible. When you engage in conversations and relationships that uplift you and inspire you, it gives you this energy that you cannot just put aside. A positive support network provides encouragement and accountability, but it also boosts your confidence. And it also infuses everything you do with purpose, because you really want to express your gratitude back to those people that you have in your life by proving them right, that they believe in you. And then lastly, the best way to sustain and build your confidence often gets overlooked because we feel like we can continuously pour from an empty cup. But taking care of your well-being, So physical and mental well-being are incredibly important to your self-confidence because, again, it's about keeping promises to yourself. Because if you can't take care of yourself, it's going to be really hard to be able to into other people and serve other people. But prioritizing self-care by maintaining a healthy lifestyle, whether it's regular exercise or eating nutritious foods, and practicing mindfulness or meditation and a gratitude practice. A healthy body and mind can help provide the energy and focus needed to pursue your goals with confidence. Again, a healthy body and mind will change the chemistry in your body, and that'll give you more energy, and that'll give you more confidence in who you are and what you're able to overcome. Now, just real quick, I want to talk about 4 different ways to overcome setbacks and challenges through, again, confidence and things, because confidence can be derailed quickly. If you listen to people that are more critical of you, it could derail you, or if you fail, it could derail you. There's a lot of things here, but I just want to share 4 different ways that can help you overcome and maintain your confidence, but overcome these challenges. The setbacks and challenges are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your confidence. And so 4 quick ways. So reframe the setback. So view the setbacks as temporary and as opportunities for growth. Because whenever tough things come along, we can either feel like we're being shaped or broken. It's up to us. So one little bit of advice is ask yourself, whenever you have a setback, what can you learn from this experience? Now, I'll be honest with you. This is something that I reframe things for my clients and for people all the time. Whenever I speak on stage, I get questions sometimes, and I can quickly reframe certain situations or challenges or adversities or circumstances. And I've had 5 knee surgeries over the last 2 years. It's changed my life in a lot of ways. But I focus more on what my life is and not so much on what it isn't or what it hasn't been, what I thought it was going to be. And, so this has really been a self-reflection chapter of my life. And maybe I'm learning patience. And I thought I was patient before, but maybe I'm being asked to learn a whole new level of patience and trust during this chapter. So what can you learn from an experience that you have from a setback? The second thing is to stay persistent. Remind yourself of your long-term goals and why they matter to you and how they will benefit the people in your life that you love and you're the most grateful for. When you're tired, think about them. When you're excited, think about them. When you want to give up, think about them. But also think about how it's going to impact your life if you just stay consistent. Persistence, even in small steps, even if you can't do everything, doing something builds momentum and confidence. The third one is seek support. Again, I have an incredible support system around me of the people that I'm the most grateful for. They support me in every way, but don't hesitate to reach out to the people that you need support from and tell them whether you're struggling, whether you're succeeding, whether you're setbacks, but go to them. Go to your positive network for encouragement and advice, and share your struggles with others. It helps provide new perspectives, and oftentimes it helps us hear the situation differently. And I've also seen that sometimes people have their own answer to a solution just by talking it out. But it can bolster the confidence whenever you recognize you have a support system around you. Because when we start to feel like we have these setbacks are just happening to us, and we don't have anybody around us, it becomes very tough to overcome it. And then lastly, the fourth thing, which sounds easier said than done, but it's adapt and adjust. So be flexible in your approach. If something isn't working, be willing to adjust it. It's not because you're a failure, it's because you're learning. Adjust your strategy. Adaptability is the key component to building your confidence and, accomplishing your greatness and success in whatever it is. And again, this quote that we've talked about a bunch of different times, but any strong why can endure any how. So once you focus on the people that you love, people you're the most grateful for, why it matters, you start to, recognize that learning new ways of doing something is not your inability to understand how to accomplish it. You just have to believe that you're learning new ways of maybe sometimes how not to do something, but you're also then in turn inherently learning how to do something, because the failures that we accomplish along the way are actually the reason why we're able to successfully inspire others so that we can share our journey and other people can see themselves in our story. This is one of the things I do whenever I coach and whenever I speak, is I talk about my stories and my journey and, my battles with anxiety and depression and not being able to read and comprehend anything. And, I've gone through heartbreak and regret and shame in my life. I've gone through all these things, but I've committed my life over the last 11 years to focusing on what can I do to overcome those things. But all those things that I tried along the way that didn't work and I, fell back and forth, those are the things now that I get to share with all of you. These are all the things that I do in my life, that I've done in my life, that I've seen work. They're not just ideas, it's actually proof. And it's this powerful thought of turning wounds into wisdom. Okay. It's turning pain into purpose. So we all go through different things in our lives, but the more you stay present and you stay steadfast, you'll actually be able to benefit other people by sharing your story, and other people are watching more than you think. So as you endure and as you're strong and as you go through life with a positive attitude, you're inspiring more people than you think, but you're also inspiring yourself to stay on track. So lastly, to wrap up, I just want to I'll talk a little bit about everything here just real quick in a brief little statement here about building and maintaining self-confidence. Again, just reminding you it's a journey. It requires self-awareness and practice and resilience and, acknowledging your achievements, setting realistic goals, practicing self-compassion, embracing challenges, and maintaining a positive mindset. You can cultivate the confidence needed to achieve your greatness. And remember, confidence is not about being perfect. It's about making progress. It's about trusting yourself and your abilities, even in the face of setbacks. Embrace this journey with an open heart and an open mind and a determined spirit. And watch as you will recognize that your true potential and your greatness, or whatever it may be, is already inside of you. And sometimes we just have to move some things out of the way. And, as you're on this journey, just know that, again, you're being shaped. You're not being broken, even though it may feel like it in the moment. Just trust that you're being prepared for what has been prepared for you. And so, as I wrap up here, I just want to extend my gratitude to all of you for listening, for choosing to listen to these episodes on a weekly basis. It inspires me. It makes me a better person. And I appreciate all of you. And, again, thinking of the people I'm the most grateful for with every episode, just hoping that I am making some sort of positive difference in their life and in the lives of everybody that listens. And so this is an incredible journey that I'm on. I cherish every moment while I look forward to what is to come. And I'm grateful for what's happened so that I can become this person that I need to be able to pour into you in this way. So I'll just remind you again, hit that subscribe button so that you get the notifications, whether it's on YouTube or any podcast channel, subscription service that you use. And just know, again, every Mindset Monday, it's an opportunity to win the week by winning the day. So I'll wrap up and just always remind you, like I do at the end of every episode, that you always have the power and the choice to reshape your mindset, live with intention, and look at the world through a grateful lens. Until the next episode, never stop.